Okay.
We're recording now.
All right. While you were there, while you were with Captain Raina, she spoke to you about Abel, like almost nonstop. Like she was nervous to go talk to him almost.
Oh, that's cute.
It is kind of adorable, yes. But you also notice that every time one of her crewmates comes by, that shit goes away real fast.
Mm-hmm. Gotta keep a front.
Yeah, she runs a super tight ship. She's got her shit together, and she seems worried as fuck about something. But she never really explains it to me.
Is she pregnant?
No.
I don't know.
They hadn't. So at this time, they hadn't actually spent the night together yet.
Oh. I was like, they dated, maybe.
Yeah, but she was nervous about going over there and confronting him in the first. That's all I wanted to convey.
I can't. Oh, I'm debating if I want to make that worse. Not for her, but for Abel.
I'm trying to think of timelines now, and I'm like, what happened here?
Well, you eventually make it back to the ship, and when you do, however, you see that there is viscera amongst the deck. There is body crap everywhere. It is horrible. There's pieces, parts, and mist of sorts still kind of falling to the ground of what just went down.
Well, what just went down? I don't know.
Well, you don't.
Oh, I don't. Am I still on Raina's ship?
No, you were just
I made it back.
Her ship to go there, yeah.
Okay.
So where would I even be at this rate?
Below the deck, seasick.
Yep, you and Ashton both.
I believe they were so seasick that they passed out, if I remember correctly.
They did at some point, yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds believable.
Who do I see first as I'm there?
Mainly just deckhands. People cleaning up messes, and a lot of distraught human beings.
I kind of call out up here just for anyone to answer. I'm like, the heck happened here? Who died?
The boy is actually next to you. The young lad that's been kind of running orders for the captain.
The child.
Yes. He runs up to you. He says, "Oh my gosh, I'm kind of glad that you're still here. I had no. We don't really know what happened. We fought something for sure, and then something happened to the mage guy, and two people one dude exploded, and the other dude, he just died."
Lydia with visible aggravation on her face, of course it had to do with his unstable magic.
He's like, "But we're doing our job. Don't you worry about it. We'll make sure it gets cleaned up." He looks very distraught.
I take a minute and I just look him dead eye contact to try and get him to focus on something. And I'm like, "You're doing fine." I'm "You're doing all right. Take a breath and take your time. I'm not in a rush, and I don't think the captain is either."
Okay. Well, I'll just do
your best.
That was the first mate. So I guess that means I'm kind of in charge right now, since the captain's off board?
Possibly for now. I suppose when the captain gets back, you can discuss that in further.
Fair enough.
I don't know much about ship hierarchy. I've never been on a boat before.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Well, that means I have a lot to do. So, make yourself at home. He turns around and starts barking out orders to clean stuff and cinch stuff down and lash things and whatnot.
Oh, good kid.
Yeah. But the place is kind of messed up. There's mud all over the place and mixed in with blood and bone parts, and it's messed up.
I'm gonna go looking around the ship for my party mates. Where are these assholes?
You would eventually find your way over. Oh my god. 1 second.
Good.
You eventually your way over to Oliver first.
I just let out a deep sigh and I'm like, what happened here? I heard something went wrong with your magic.
Wrong? There's nothing ever wrong with magic that you can't control. It's just what happens.
Well, the fact that you can't control it could arguably be wrong, but continue.
Sure. But what did you want me to do?
Well, to be fair, I don't know the whole situation. I was on a whole nother ship.
There was a leviathan, or a beast of sorts. I did what I had to do to try and kill it.
And killed crewmates in the process.
Like I said, I couldn't control it.
Casualties are never mandatory, and I hope that is a lesson you get to learn someday.
Maybe.
What is going on in the background?
My wife is watching TV.
Oh.
Yeah, I apologize. Here, I can go upstairs and put it on my phone if I have to.
Tell her to go watch TV outside on the phone like a normal, modern millennial person. Go outside, Mom, and go watch TV out in the truck. We're busy here.
Is this a cameras day?
Yeah. This is a
I said, is this a cameras day? Because all of you have your cameras.
I just felt pretty.
They're always
pretty.
Thank you.
I don't look at all of that all the time because I save battery life on my phone.
That's fair.
It also helps with the motions.
Yeah,
It really does. The conveyance is great. So the rest of the evening is actually pretty somber. You catch up with the rest of your party mates and actually kind of nurse them back to health as the ship is finally not moving.
Great.
And the rest of the evening is somber. People are very quiet. The meal that is had is simple, and everyone's fucking quiet. The next morning, you're woken up to the sounds of a ship being maintained, essentially. Abel, you rejoin the crew.
Is that the fucking ship flag?
That's what Rayla's after right there. That's what Rayla wants. Right there. There you go. Smack it around. Redbeard, shake it around.
Give Captain Raina a show.
Give Raina a show, okay?
not that kind of stream, boys. Gotta pay a premium for that.
Oh, I got
Isn't
you.
my friendship enough?
Hell no, I'll send him
Absolutely
100%.
not.
I need
Saying friendship and $50 ain't enough.
dinero, homie.
$50
Yeah.
might be.
Our friendship don't pay the bills, dog. All right.
So, yeah, you rejoin the ship and you're greeted by the boy. He is eager and showing you everything he's done.
Okay. After I step off and I do my little, stay on the side of the railing until Captain Raina sails off into the distance. I was waiting for it. I saw her turn around and I was like, I got you. Yeah. So she sails off and I wheel around and demeanor whoosh, changes. The boy addresses me. What all does he say? Or does he kind of give me a what happened over the night?
I got you. I'll do it. He said, welcome, sir. Welcome aboard, Captain. I've made sure that the deck was cleaned. I've made sure that all the mud was taken off. We've begun repairing the back side of the ship. Okay, the aft side of the ship, but I don't remember.
There are in sources. There are the.
I know it's just I'm.
No. You're good. You're fine. Keep on.
So yeah,
Stern.
The ship repairs have begun, and we had a peaceful evening.
As he's talking, I'm kind of glancing around the deck, and I'm looking for somebody.
You don't see him, but morale is fucking low.
Yep. I hop off the or address or listen to the boy as he talks, and I start walking around.
He followed, just rattling shit off the whole time.
Kind of look into the crew as I pass them, doing a whole walk around the deck, and I get to. I don't see Oliver anywhere on the top deck.
No, he's not on top. Everybody's below deck still.
Okay. As soon as he finishes, I turn to him. Take your spot on the crow's nest.
Hi.
I need to.
Is that all?
For now. Be ready to come. Be ready to come down when I call out.
Says heard as he's already like running away.
I head down to the next deck.
You pull open the hatch. You descend the stairs. The candle glow is kind of warm and feels like home for once. And there is a rather large room with a table, several seats, either side, desks and pens and tools and all that stuff for cartography and all that jazz. And your party is at the table.
I walk up to the table, but I do not sit down just yet. I kind of just take a moment to look around the table, and as I look around the table, I lock eyes on Oliver and stand there and fucking glare at him.
I'll stare back.
And as we're looking at each other, I look around to the rest of the room. Is that where the rest of the crew are at the current moment?
Yeah, everybody's kind of like to the table or like sitting in a chair somewhere.
Real quick, RJ, one, your nickname is wrong, and two, your camera is completely glitching out.
He looks fine with me.
Oh, wait, now he is.
Fine on my end.
Of course, as soon as I say something, it just becomes fine.
That's what happens.
Oh, Jesus! Yeah, I just realized the name. Give me a sec.
I look like around the room. I look back at Oliver, and I do the come with me hand motion, and I turn back around and head up to the top deck.
Oliver will stand up, putting his hands behind his back, removing his, his like cowl. I guess it's just a cowl, and following him.
Yeah, it's a cow.
Yep. Putting his hands behind his back.
Yep. Are you heading to your captain's quarters, sir?
No, I'm just heading up to the top deck. Like
okay.
out in the open, because if no one's really up there doing anything at the current moment, everyone's downstairs. I'm gonna use this moment to chat with Oliver alone.
Yep. There's only the boy in the crow's nest and the man at the helm, and he's not doing shit.
Okay. I walk up to the bow, and I wait.
It is a sunny day, but you can see there are clouds on the horizon.
I follow slowly in anticipation of like nervousness or like, oh, I'm scared of him. I follow him slowly because I don't care.
Thus is your pace.
I turn around and meet his eyes.
Abel.
Real quick, how many crew did I lose out of game? How many crew?
Total since you started?
I mean, in that little event with the chaos magic. Two.
One of which was your first mate.
First mate.
Okay.
Oh god, I heard 52 at first, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, no, just two. But your crew is rather small, so 2 is a lot.
As soon as I turn around, meet his gaze. His gaze.
Abel.
I address him. It is my understanding that 2 men died due to your magic.
Sure.
You understand that that comes with a cost.
I suppose.
I cannot idly stand by with indifference. This is our crew, not my crew. This is our crew. We were tasked with a mission. We were given a crew that trusted us to strike out into the great beyond nothingness. And this is how we treat them. By flagrantly throwing away their lives.
Do you believe I meant to?
I don't care. I don't care if you meant to or not. 2 men died because of your magic.
The man that at the helm leaves. He goes, "We're on deck."
I understand that I too am responsible for the actions of the ground party. I understand that. But you two need to understand that the cost must be paid. It won't be by my hand. It will be by the hand of the crew. Do you accept these terms?
And that is?
He said that the crew would decide your fate.
And if I don't?
The no god that we're battling currently has even an inkling of power close to what I will do to you. And on that, I walk away. You say doubtful?
I say doubtful, but
I stop.
And as
I don't even look at you. I stop after I pass you and you say doubtful.
Yeah.
But I walk forward regardless.
Just asking for trouble, dog. God dang. All right.
It's evil.
I stand at the top of the stairs.
Is he though? It's not evil yet.
Not yet.
I stand at the top of the stairs.
He's on a fast track.
All hands to the main deck.
You hear shuffling, like hella shuffling. And the boy descends as well. And everybody fucking comes up. Most of them ragtag as much. A few of them look like they've been hurt by this for sure.
And as they come up,
handle.
I stand in between the crew and Oliver for a moment as they collect.
They all collect. There's I think your total is 9 now.
Whoa. Small group.
They look hardy.
These are the boys we picked up from the college, aren't they?
They all stand, but not at attention. They're all very much relaxed. Kind of looking around, like not really focusing on much.
Yeah. I look to the first mate.
He stands up straight.
What is the status of the 2 men that have fallen?
We said our goodbyes to the first mate last night. We figured it was better that way. And the other man, there's not much we could recover, but we saved his bone.
We'll have a burial at sea afterward.
Aye. He nods.
Out of game, it's really hard being this tough and like this, like.
Callous.
I hate doing this. I hate being this emotionless asshole. I hate it with a passion.
It's a neat character. Keep going.
I turn around away from the crew, and I take a moment after I say the burial at sea bit, and I look to each and every individual person down the line, and I'm talking like to Bellic, to Lydia, to Zavish, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. I thought I was
You're
still
finally
asleep.
up and about.
No, everybody's up. The boat stopped moving. Your sickness was essentially cured by that. And Lydia kind of nursed you both back to health.
Oh,
I turn, but after I look at everybody, I turn back around and I walk up to Oliver. And I'm like, right in his fucking nose.
Right here.
I'm going to leave the punishment to the crew. Will you accept the punishments given to you? And as soon as it takes you a moment to think about it, I lean in real close. Think hard on it.
Are we, fuck it. Oliver will lean in and kiss Abel's cheek. Of course.
Just a look of disgust and disappointment. I shake my head at you, just. I don't say a thing. I just turn around and walk back over to the crew.
Crew starts yelling shit out. And they're like, take a pound, take an ear, take a tooth. All kinds of random shit gets shouted out. The boy steps forward. And he says, a flogging. Everyone's kind of looking like, what the hell is that?
I nod my head.
I look to the boy and I say, will that make you feel better, boy?
He angrily says toward you, leans into it even.
I lean over. I have to lean over to one of the crewmates and go, I have no idea what has happened. What is going on here? What do you do now?
We'll bring
One
you
lean
pain,
junior
bring you
says,
happiness.
two die. One the first mate.
We'll bring
What did you do
pain.
first mate for? Oh my god, what?
Is Lydia near him? Near
Yeah,
Zavish?
you're all in the same room.
Lydia,
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna seat myself on your shoulder for a sec and like huff and be like, shut it, this is between the crew and them. Mostly, but some of his unstable magic killed 2 crew members, including the first mate. He is not sorry.
Happiness, little boy.
So, I wouldn't know any of this happening either.
I'm
What
gonna
did
say
you
you
say?
heard me
Is that
explain
going to
it.
bring you happiness, little boy?
Is that what will
Yeah.
bring you happiness, little boy?
Happiness is not the point. It is justice.
I look to the boy and I say, go get the whip.
Hi. He runs off.
At least it didn't suggest a hanging.
He brings
I
you
said
a,
quietly,
Been long
yeah.
enough.
he brings you a split 5-tip whip. That is all you have. It is rather long. We'll call it a 9.5 foot coil.
That's a good one.
I turn around and I have 2 men flank me on each side.
I put out my hands, just like
Under the
Oh my god, cross style, just accepting it. Oh,
remove your coat.
the 2 men that walked up beside you help him.
begin to.
So I'm going to tell the
unbutton my
Lydia
shirt,
and
unstring it.
Under the terms set by the crew and the law of the sea, We will commit now to 10 lashings per soul lost to your hand. Do you accept these terms?
I suppose I do. I don't have any other choice, don't I?
Bind his hands. And I'm gonna have them bind your hands to
there are rope nearby. We're kind of ready for this.
To the mast. Ooh, not even that. You'd have to wrap around the main mast.
It's the support beams underneath. Yeah, he's being strung too, so your arms are outstretched rather than grasping something.
Ooh, that's gonna stretch the back muscles.
That's gonna bear everything out there.
So real quick, I'm gonna say to Lydia and Oliver, or not Oliver, Bellic, we don't have to stay here and watch this.
No.
You don't.
I wheel around. Do I hear that?
Yeah.
I wheel around and I fucking glare at Zavish. Stay right there. Everyone will witness this.
I get off of Zavish's shoulder.
You will know what the cost is for killing crewmates. They are no different from any of you, any of us.
You're making
I am
people
well
that
aware of
aren't
that.
even here witness something.
Zavish, maybe this would be a good instance where you hold your tongue for a moment. I know it must be difficult.
I take off my coat.
Unforgivingly so.
I set it on the rail, roll up my sleeves, undo the coil. 20 lashings.
The table is moved out of the way for you, for the room.
Ooh, do I have to roll damage?
Yes, it's a D4 plus your strength.
Oh, fuck.
This is not D4 per tip.
No, thank God.
But it's like 30.
He would actually die.
Yeah.
Abel's bad. All right.
I looked to Redbeard when he says you will watch. And I look to him and I say, from my experience, every act of hubris made to correct an injustice just spawns horrors to unfold.
This is not hubris. This is the penance. And you're paying up today. As will any of us.
Aye.
And I strike.
1! The boy says out loud.
3 damage. Holy fuck. I'm not even adding my fucking strength yet. That's 20. Like, I'll high speed this round for you real quick. I continue on, and I'm gonna tally of just how much fucking it actually fucking happens here. There's that.
Oliver, you feel with each strike, you feel the souls you've been connected to, the souls you've taken. However, deep inside of you, something black does not give a shit about any of this. However, you cannot let go of the pain. It is quite real.
Yeah.
Your
I'm still gonna
body,
scream out.
after aging, is now, it feels more frail.
Yeah.
No, I just. But I've been busy. No, I haven't put a pizza in. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, because I asked him, he wanted the chips, so.
Holy fucking shit.
I was going to, yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
All right. Stand by. Let me tally this up real quick. We should, for damn sure, probably shouldn't be a. I'll figure something out. Because that's.
Yeah, well, not.
We're not
So
gonna
it
do
would be
all of
Dex
that.
if it was a. It'd be Dex if it was a whip anyway. I don't know why.
Not
Strength-
adding.
Is
I'm
this
not
question-
adding modifiers at all. I can't. With the rolls that I have, can't add
Actually,
modifiers.
Is this considered non-lethal?
Redbeard, you can throw it. Yeah, you throw it down as non-lethal.
Okay, how does that work?
Just say it's non-lethal?
I mean,
No,
like,
your
you say-
intent is not to kill him.
right.
Your intent
Yeah,
is
so
to wound him.
Because it'd have been 54 damage.
Yeah,
So,
that would.
it would be
That would
non-lethal.
kill me.
But
All right,
Still
you are
being
taking.
conscious.
Just beat.
I will take you to 1 for the effect, and you are exhausted, and
Okay.
all the terrible things that come with that.
Yup.
And you were basically thrown in the brig at the end of everything
Okay.
by the crew.
By the crew. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't. I won't control that one. That's up to them.
You can't get involved, dog. I'm sorry.
I can see. Yeah, like I can't. They're blood for the blood god.
Yeah, pretty much. They leave you in there. They leave you in there overnight. While you're in there, hold on.
Okay.
We'll get to the rest. While you're in there, you're visited by some things rather. 4 or 5 white fluttery creatures peek their heads in first through the bars and then make their way into the room.
Oliver's sitting with his like hands crossed onto his knees, just looking at his feet. He's not in a fear of guilt, or there's not a feeling of he doesn't feel the guilt. He just feels, holy shit, I'm in so much pain, and it's going to last for a very long time. And this is the most comfortable position.
All right. We'll leave it at that for now. Lydia, Bellic, Zvish, all just witness this shit go down.
Yeah.
Lydia's smiling. Lydia's happy about it.
Right now,
after I watched it and saw him get dragged off, I and the whole time I couldn't help but kind of relate it to my backstory whenever I accidentally killed a man.
Exactly.
And I wanted to go and offer words to Oliver.
You can do so in the brig.
Visit him in the brig. Yeah.
Wait, what's he doing?
He's visiting you in the brig.
I'm gonna visit you in the brig.
Okay.
You get down there and there's the same 2 sailors that took him down. They're burly.
Yeah.
Barely.
Excuse me. May I speak to Oliver, please?
I suppose so.
Okay.
What say you? I'm fine with it. Just don't be too long.
No, of course not. Thank you.
They walk off.
Okay. I walk to the the cage, basically, right? The cell.
Yeah, it's just like a 6-inch barred window.
Gotcha. Okay. I kind of tap on it, just with my fingers. I'm like, Oliver, it's me,
Looks up.
Bellic. I don't know if it'll help you any, but I understand the situation right now.
You do?
When I was arrested a long time ago, it was because in my attempt to do what was right, I had accidentally killed a man myself. And then, right thereafter, immediately punished for the crime and caged, as you are now. So,
Do you feel guilty for it?
This is why I wanted to come to you and talk.
Alex, do you feel guilty for it?
I understand, because I do not.
He's asking if you feel guilty for it.
I don't.
Yeah, he said he doesn't.
Oh, he doesn't?
No, he was trying to do the right thing, and,
Yeah.
and somebody just got in the fucking way. Essentially,
I was doing what I thought was right, and through that, the death happened. I don't feel guilty for that. My sadness, the grief, came for what I put on others, but I do not feel guilty for having what happened happen. And I wanted to let you know that if there's any seed of you even deep down that you don't see, feeling like you should be. It's okay if you don't. I'll leave you to rest now if you wish to. I just wanted to offer that.
Well, Oliver will slowly stand.
Oh, yeah, roll con for me, sir.
Yeah.
I need my dice. They're all in my car. Wait, no, I have some right here.
During all of this, after the lashing and all that shit, I'd have had the team set sail once more, just to kind of get us moving. So it'll be sailing sea as like everyone's staying busy during all this.
Okay.
I will be in my captain's cabin. Not my captain's cabin. So not mine.
I'm gonna
Yeah, let's
I'm gonna branch off of that in a second, but yeah. So yeah, Zavi, Lydia, you just witnessed all this as well, and Bellic just left.
Yeah. Oh, what?
I said Lydia's not upset about anything she saw. She thinks he deserves it.
For sure.
I mean, he most definitely did deserve it. I have no doubt in my mind about that. I don't like witnessing forms of torture. Zavish just isn't about that little number. He doesn't like seeing people suffer. It's not his thing.
Yeah. It doesn't look like he suffered until like towards the last three were pretty harsh.
What was the con roll?
You would think Abel would get tired. No, he meant it more.
No, it was me. It was me.
Yeah. I was wanting to talk
20?
to Abel, though.
No fucking way.
That is a nat
You
20.
got 20.
Let's see it.
You stand up and the pain rushes through every single breath. However, you stand up and it doesn't look like you had trouble doing it, but it sucked.
Just feel
Continue.
blood rushing down
I
your
look to
back, and
him.
you're like, ooh.
And nobody's ever looked me in the eyes. Like yeah, sure, Redbeard, Abel's looked me in the eyes, you know, Zavisha's looked me in the eyes, but nobody's like looked me like
Peered into your damn soul.
yeah, because nobody's noticed that I don't have fucking normal eyes.
Or just no
No
one's
one.
commented on it. We've seen weird shit.
Yeah. But I'm gonna look at Bellic like directly.
You can actually see his eyes. You can see his eyes in the dark of the room.
Oh, fuck. Alright.
They are bright yellow and slitted.
Oh, wow.
Bellic, what did you do to save your wife? What would you do to save your wife?
Anything.
Anything. Do you know why I take such power?
Because that is your anything.
They
Yeah, that's a great one.
took my power away from me. They made me powerless. They brought me to my knees. They took everything I had. What would I do but anything? Look at my eyes.
Yeah, about then the guards arrive and kind of like hurry you on.
Yeah. Wait 1 second for him to come back.
I can start my conversation with Abel real quick if you'd prefer. And get that on the track.
We can do that.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah, let's finish
That was quick.
Yeah. Right.
What would I do but anything? And so, I can't do anything except hurt them as they hurt me. As Abel said, justice for injustice. You can see it on my back, can't you?
I can.
Anything, Bellic.
I know.
Anything.
I know.
As he says anything, yes, as he turns away, you see every lash that was there, and they are fresh. They are leaking blood. It was not tended to at all. He was literally thrown in this room. Much, not the same as you were like tended to and released. He's being like kind of extensively tortured because these people kind of hate him right now.
He hasn't got salt on his back yet.
Yeah, he doesn't have like his shirt. He obviously doesn't have a shirt on or anything, and they didn't give him anything to replace.
Nope.
I'm still wearing my prisoner shirt.
That's ironic as hell.
And yeah, but because I feel like, yeah, because I'm still wearing my prisoner shirt, I kind of wanna, as I see the guards coming, I want to give it to him. Because I don't want like him to, when he eventually does get his clothes back, have it bloodied. Like bloody his clothes. And maybe he could use this to like tend to any pus that might be coming or wipe off any dirt in the wounds. So as the guards are coming, I ask if I can give him my rag shirt.
They like look at each other and they're like, "We'll clean him soon."
All right.
We're not animals. It's only been like 15 minutes or so.
Yeah. All right. That was all then. I thank you for that.
They nod, kind of shuffle you along.
Yeah, and I go back up. It's a happy baby. Now.
All right. So I'm gonna walk up to Abel.
I'm in what would be the captain's quarters. I'm gonna be sitting at the desk, and the whip is gonna be out there on the table, and I will have been staring at it the entirety. Just like door closed, just staring at that fucking whip covered in blood and flesh.
Well, I'm gonna knock first and be like, "Hey, boo, are you in there?"
Come in.
I open the door and close it behind me. So, it appears a lot has happened while I was absent. I'm sorry I could not have helped you in that moment.
Oh, I don't see anything.
The air is starting to smell of the whip's leather and
iron.
The blood and yeah. Aside from that, you can tell that there's like he's kind of intentionally shut himself in here.
I worry. I'm very worried about this incident because his disregard for others' lives seems to be increasing. I want to ask you what your thoughts of the best action would be. I don't think you will learn from this, honestly. So would you rather teach him to use his magic in a somewhat more correct manner? Or would you prefer to disable it outright?
Oh my god. Damn, RJ woke up and chose violence today.
Oh, it gets worse.
Just take this man's hands. Just take him.
No, that's actually what I was about to say. If you cut off his hands and slit his vocal cords, he will no longer be able to form any kind of magic.
I bring a hand up just
to learn the abilities.
I just bring a hand up just to have you stop.
He just fucking broke.
Oh, so you're gonna take his left one first. I see what you mean. I
stand up, place my hands on the desk, look down at the whip, then look up to Zavish. Cutting his hands off will do no good. Not for our crew, not for us, not for the mission, not for any of this. We have a long road to go. He is still one of us.
Do you truly believe that?
I do. And I damn sure know he thinks that now too. This was a learning moment for everyone. Me included.
You hear a soft knock at the door.
Look past Zavish. I don't say come in yet. I just kind of look past Zavish at the door, and I look back to Zavish. I remain quiet though.
Yeah.
Then I continue. Then, if you feel that he is surely with the cause, perhaps we can find someone to teach him.
I agree.
His magic is different from mine, so I cannot teach him anything. I can teach him basic things, but only how to use it better, not how to control it. That takes practice. I don't know the source. I don't know where he picked this up from. I don't know what he's doing. And I know he doesn't either.
Wise.
Big brain RJ over here.
Why wasn't that your first?
Because there's hatred in the air, so...
Okay.
And the first thing I did say was, do you want to try to train him better, or do you want to disable?
Yeah. And then he offered explanations.
That was just
Like
crazy.
disabling him does us no good at all. If that motherfucker can learn how to control his dark side, I'm 100% about it. I look to the door again. I kind of looked out at the table and I nod and say, I agree. Do what you must. Figure it out. I don't care. We just have to get him on the same level. We're a team. And I'm not going to let moments like these break it apart.
I'm glad your heart is still with you.
I look past him. Come in. I look back to Zavish. Is that all?
The door cracked.
Yeah. I'll get to researching.
The door cracks and the boy peeks his head in. Sir, I have strange news. Perhaps you should come see.
Take one last look at the whip. I leave it on the table and I'll walk outside.
Hell yeah.
Following Zavish.
You walk outside, and the panorama is the glittering beaches and the bridge. But as you turn to face the bow, the landscape has changed. The outside of the island is now covered in craggy rocks. And the further out you go, the bigger they get and the further out space they are. And this goes on for a while. He's like, I'm not sure what happened. We didn't come in this way, did we? I mean, I remember the bridge. It clicks that Raina mentioned that she was going to do something to make this island more inhabitable for the sirens. Perhaps this is it.
Fuck, okay.
Some crazy earth magic.
I look to Zavish. Gather the team. I'm gonna help the crew try and gear things down, slow us down. You pick the meeting spot.
I'll bring him right to the deck. I cast message to everyone.
Nice.
Oliver chuckles.
Is that a first level spell?
Oliver, you are being
It's
you are
at
being
level 0.
They wrapped you already after putting salve on your wounds, and you're being brought up deck.
Question: What about the things that I saw?
The white.
Ooh, yeah, the white things that I dressed.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. During the time that you're in there, after Oliver leave or after Zabish leave,
Bellic.
After Bellic leaves. My bad. I'm sorry.
You're good.
You're visited by 5 fluttering creatures. They're all white from what you can tell if you look at them.
Okay. I look to them.
Go ahead.
I don't say anything. I'm just looking at them separately, one by one.
Perfect. Just let me go. So they all kind of approach you at the same time. Looks like they have like some sort of plan in mind almost. They approach you cautiously and then hurriedly, and they rush towards your mouth.
Oh.
I guess I try and stop them.
As you do, you hear like faint little tiny cries of like what? Like they're just trying to they're just trying to get at something, and they're asking you why stop we're trying to stop.
I put my hands to the side.
They pry open your mouth and they begin to invade your face. While in there, you feel them tinker around with your teeth.
Oh, your patron has dental plan.
Hell yeah.
They
Free dental insurance.
Dude.
they pick and even gnaw on some of your teeth. It feels hideous, but you are letting them.
Yeah. Unless
They
you
all
clamp
make
down.
they all make a simultaneous gleeful cheer, and then you feel nothing for a second.
That'll be $5,000. Yeah.
Oh god, as someone
They
with
emerge-
sensitive teeth, this is awful.
I'm sorry. They
Mhm.
emerge from your face victoriously, holding up a tooth.
I hold my mouth, obviously sore.
No, it's
No?
not sore.
Oh. I hold my mouth still because I'm just like confused. Is it bloody? Like, is there blood pouring?
No,
Wow.
it is immaculately preserved. They pull it out, and it is a perfect tooth.
I said, why?
They turn to you like violently, and then they turn to the tooth in the same manner and begin to share it as they all gnaw down on the tooth.
Oh.
Tooth fairies.
Fuck.
God dang it.
Disgusting.
That's laughs at you.
That's all. I just want to have
Distant
fun with you.
relatives.
Distant relatives.
Exactly.
Maybe.
That tooth Jack
That
does
may come later, but yes,
Oh.
that is.
So they don't offer any explanation as to why. They just come in and just.
No, they're intelligent and they have one drive.
They said, I'm coming to help you. And I was like, okay.
No, they just stole your best tooth and ate it in front of you, and then took off through the window.
What was it?
What?
Front teeth? Was it one of the back teeth? Which tooth was
I'm
it?
assuming
His
it would be
best
one of
Like
the
a
back
molar?
teeth. Yeah, like the.
They
Yeah, it was.
His
It was
nice
a pristine.
enormous tooth.
It was a
Well,
pristine
you're one good
molar.
there. Oh,
Well, the most
it was-
important one would be like back here.
They
back
take
here,
your
right
canine.
Shit,
No, they didn't. They didn't take a canine. It is the second molar. So not your back one, but the next one up.
Oh, it sucks.
It does suck.
Righty.
That's
What
just,
the fuck?
yo. Honestly, just in all truthfulness, I'm trying to like RP some karma. So
Yeah.
Valid.
Dude,
Completely
no.
valid.
You got it. I just thought like these are some
I thought
see
this was like his god.
faring creatures.
I wanted him
It's
to
like-
think so too. That's why I didn't explain it.
Oh, valid.
That's funny as hell. That's
I'm
because
waiting
it
for
wasn't
the
tied
day,
to anything related to him. It was just a thing.
I'm
Yeah.
waiting for the day like
That's
A rules come
amazing.
into play.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Thanks. As somebody that has fake enamel on my teeth and is very sensitive in the teeth, I hated that. Thank you.
I'm sorry. I also dread tooth anything, so I get it.
I
That
bite
was-
my ice cream.
Yeah, it's like whenever
It
someone
was so
pulls at your
abnormal.
eyeball.
I bite my ice cream, and it's delicious.
Same.
Ah.
I then
All
suffer.
psychotic.
I can't buy my
I
ice cream
live
anymore,
for the pain.
unfortunately. I will die. Okay, well, everybody gets brought up to deck.
Besides, I did not send a message to Oliver because I figured,
Yeah,
one, no,
Oliver's actually
two,
he's
no.
he's being transported up to deck.
Hey,
anyway.
we're talking about you. Bye.
Yeah. Well, it's good seeing you. See you later up there.
Yeah.
Oh, did you not want to invite him intentionally?
No. He's everybody. Everybody.
That's what he said everybody, so I
Nah.
figured, yeah.
Yeah.
You said everybody, but I didn't bother messaging him because I didn't think you'd actually want him up at all. So I figured,
His
where's that?
punishment
It's
lasted
mine.
only. It was only another 45 minutes in the hold, but it was with no wrappings, and it sucked.
He got the point.
Yeah,
like
that was not-
they drove it. The crew deciding it drove it home.
Yeah, I agree. I had to make some shit up, but I'm glad it worked.
Real quick, I know the current objective of like Raina's current objective. Has this been passed on to the crew via Lydia?
No one knows. but
No
you.
one knows. Okay, then now we'll use this opportunity.
Do I know?
No, she didn't
Okay.
mention anything. She was being all giddy and girly around you.
I'll actually call over Lydia real quick, like while everyone's
Super
starting
proud.
to come up.
I'm gonna sit myself on his shoulder. And then I go step.
Walk away from the crew and like just kind of find a small area away.
Yeah, there's quarters.
You're now the middle person. Did she say anything? I kind of stare at the craggy rock, whatever, and I ask, did she tell you anything about her plans?
Not that I can recall. Was there a plan?
Are you familiar with sirens?
Yes.
Uh,
Why?
in the past, I know that a handful of people had gotten into the conversation of sirens and like, oh, they're not real, or like they're more of a myth or anything.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell Lydia after I ask it, are you familiar with sirens? I'm gonna say they are real. And Captain Raina is going to be finding sirens and bringing them here to this island.
Well, as a creature of myth myself, I can't say I doubt other creatures of myth exist. This will be an interesting meeting.
And I take a moment and I use this moment. I turn around with Lydia on my shoulder to look at the entire crew. You are familiar with the relationship between men at sea and sirens. I will need your help. Basically, it wouldn't. I don't know if it would be common knowledge, but like, kind of give forth the information that men at sea are attracted to like sirens. Call them out, try to wreck them on shore, or try to get them into the water. They're basically hunters, and seafaring folk are the prey. And it's mostly men who fall prey to this. And I like, ow, Kevin, you shitbag. Basically, I'm gonna need your help.
Are you saying that to everyone or
No,
like?
just you.
Ah.
I need your help.
Gotcha.
This is probably going to go south very quickly. I cannot. I can't promise that we won't fall prey to whatever the sirens do. I hope Raina has a plan, but just in case, you may be called upon to help everybody.
Well, could stick with the old wives' tale of tying you all down.
I'm open to anything. I'll be looking to you for great support. We all will.
Lovely. I
Is
just give a nod.
Hey boys, I'm going to the car.
okay.
Car D&D, boys.
Woo!
Woo. We've missed it.
Woo!
It's been since the Western campaign.
Yeah. Is there? I want to give some kind of like I can't do this, but at some point I want to give like Lydia some type of magic to where. Did anybody ever watch Hook? Like the old Robin Williams Hook? Like when Tinkerbell does a magic and boom! Very tall Julia Roberts.
Yeah.
So she's like actual size person now. I was starting to think, like, is there a spell to where we can cast something to
large person?
Ah,
But it only does it so much.
It only does it
or
by
would
one
we, like,
true.
Or would we fudge it a
Yeah,
little
so it
bit
should be
that I
as big as
become
me
normal
then.
size?
I don't know about normal size, but we'll go with like
Tiny to small.
Better.
yeah, we'll say like you're on the short side of tall. For
Like
sure.
like a
Let's
half.
see.
Yeah,
I'm a
you
foot
be as
tall.
big as I am.
Because if she's a foot
You're
tall,
currently a foot tall, so what? 5 foot? That's believable.
that's yeah.
Sure, it'll just be
Wait. A Bellic is 5'6".
Yep.
So you.
tiny. Do I get to keep my wings when I grow?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, cool.
All your physical features stay. It's just
Nice.
You would have to
Limited amount of
relay
time
this
over.
information to Zavish, as he is the only one in your party that can cast that.
That is true. I don't have that spell.
yep.
The only thing I'd have to be useful, it's probably going to be used quite a bit, is Entangle.
I actively ask Lydia if she knows of a
You can
spell
talk to
that
animals.
can
That's plenty useful.
I know,
help her
but
size.
if we're dealing with sirens, then like tying you all down so you don't jump overboard would probably be a good idea. And vines are a good rope. I turn to Abel and I'm like, well, we've seen a certain member of this group make people a bit larger.
I kind of look to her, maybe talk with him.
Sure.
It may come down to we need all the cards just in case.
How long does a large person last?
Give me a sec. I'm looking at it right now.
Okay.
I think I'm pretty sure it's a minute per level. Let me go.
Yeah, a
check
minute
this.
level
Give me
duration.
a couple minutes. I'm gonna go get a drink.
Yeah, it is duration 1 minute / level.
Okay. We're all level 4, so
Yeah.
4 minutes.
Oh, apparently you can't cast it in one turn. It takes a round to cast. But it isn't combat, so it doesn't matter. But casting time's 1 round. Huh.
Yeah, that's normal.
Yeah. Oh, if we don't have access to it, but if we ever got to the point where we can know permanency, it can be made permanent.
Yeah.
Permanency.
But like in the event, if you ever needed that, like being small has a ton of pros, but in the event that something is going down to where it's getting to close combat or something like that, to where none of us can act, she might need it.
All right,
I was
so
gonna say, I don't want
here's
to
the
stay
thing.
small forever. I have a home to go back to.
Right.
A tiny home.
Yeah, no, she's better off the way she is because one, she has more HP than I do, and two, she's gonna be that much harder to hit.
Well, I'm just saying, like anything and everything, just making sure that
if necessary, a person-sized fairy would probably be somewhat useful, because then I can actually I might actually be able to use my strength any strength roll.
She could legit hold on to somebody, fly them up, and drop them if need be, or some creature or something like.
It can be helpful, yes.
Let me get to the specs on it.
But I kind of forward that information, ask the questions, and I say perhaps was it Zavish that knows the magic?
Yeah.
Yes.
I say perhaps
I know
a
all the
conversation
magic.
with Zavish is in order.
Perhaps.
I nod my head.
Yeah, I need to get my fourth spell too, real quick.
Then I walk back to the crew and I prepare to tell them what the whole plans are. Actually, I don't know. Is that no? Yeah, everyone needs to be in the know, especially with this.
Yeah, yeah, this is a big deal.
Quick question: what is the air when I arrive?
Ooh, yeah, that's a great.
Nobody even fucking acknowledges it, really.
Yeah.
Back to business.
Yep.
Men of the sea. He has paid his
Sure.
dues.
I paid my.
God, do I want to be an
bills. My
asshole?
bills are paid.
No. It is not always necessary.
Sorry, there's a spell here called Touch of Ignorance, where you take a D6 damage to your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma.
Oh my god.
Yikes.
That's
So
horrible.
basically, you're just stopping me
Oh,
as a
wait.
character. Cool. Nice.
What spells do I have now? Should look at that.
You're a druid, so yeah, you need to look into that one.
I'm looking.
There's a lot.
I know there is. I have the manual pulled up.
Guys, I'll be back.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, damn.
Basically, in the time I'm in game, I forward the information that Captain Raina had given me regarding the sirens. I make sure everyone is present for it. I wait until Oliver is present as well, and I acknowledge him showing up, give him a nod, and continue on with the briefing. That we're trying. Captain Raina will be trying to obtain sirens, luring them here, and we are tasked with capturing one and obtaining siren tears. I do not need to. I feel like I need to touch on it, but
the crew kind of looked at each other like, what?
I must stress, every single one of you knows the risks that come with sirens. They are not just myth. They are real. And they are coming here.
I looked at Abel. And what will she give us?
It's one step closer to the greater objective.
It will be done then.
Kind of cross my arms and mumble to Abel as I assume I'm still on your shoulder right now. Just kind of mumbling this is a bad idea. This is very dangerous.
Dangerous is what we do.
It's what you do.
I mean, we've no other options.
What are these tears for exactly? I'm still trying to keep quiet just a bit. I'm what are these for exactly?
And as the crew is mulling over the information and chatting amongst themselves, and after you ask that, I kind of look around, kind of whisper, I was hoping Captain Raina would have told you.
All I heard is a bit of chitter-chatter about her favorite boy. Now, if you would please inform me.
Oh, that's cruel. This is cruel.
Well, it
Sweet
seems
girl, by the way. I don't know what you did, but it was a mistake.
pirate.
As kind of a jab at him, Lydia kind of like nudges and is like, "You mind if I take her on a date instead?"
Have at it.
He just chuckles a bit.
I'm sure.
I look back out away from the crew, and I kind of turn my body and look towards the shore and take a glance at it. Are we coming into dock, or are we remaining at sea? We're kind of on patrol, like tasked with patrol right now. Yeah.
Yeah, so you kind of want to make your rounds around the island.
Okay. Turn back to the crew. We will remain adrift. We need to keep a patrol posture. Keep a weather eye on the horizon. But we do need to go out to deep waters and take care of a few things. I kind of say that, like lowering my head.
Well, sounds like a plan to me. The boy's all chipper and shit, just trying to revamp the mood.
I'm going to look to Lydia. I know, like, Oliver knows why Abel's here. He knows why Zavisha's here. He knows why Belik's here. He doesn't know why Lydia's here. He's gotten a story from everyone, but he's never heard the reason why. You know, because, like, Abel was a prisoner. Zavisha's just a consequence of shitty happenings. And
yeah.
And Belik
one way
is
of
just
putting
a
it.
consequence of fucking chronomancy. But I've never heard why Lydia is in this group.
Do you choose to ask her, or are you just gonna
Yeah.
stare at
Yeah, I'm just gonna full on stare at her.
her? Lydia, somebody's staring at you hard.
Lydia, I glance over. I take note and like I glance over. I just kind of keep a dead face and like raise an eyebrow.
Like what, bitch? I can see that.
This bitch staring at me. I'm gonna do something if she don't stop. I swear to God, I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna whoop that ass.
You say, what do you want?
No, Lydia just raises her eyebrow at you and like question, like, yes? What? Like a questioning manner.
Why are you here? What brought you to this crew?
Everyone kind of like looks around, like, what? Why is this man still? What? I don't even know who you're talking to at this point. They think you're talking
staring.
to Abel. They're like, what?
Oh,
Why
they
would you
think he's
talk to
talking to
somebody
Abel.
like that? Well, I mean, you're on his shoulder, sure, but they don't know that
Yeah.
he's like addressing you because he didn't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of look towards Oliver. I say under my breath, I believe he is addressing you.
Can let him. I like whisper back a bit. I'm like, I can let him embarrass himself a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, I know why. I know why
Guys,
Abel.
I'll be right back. 1 second. I'm sorry. We're right back.
Yeah. Seth was on Cindy Johnson's computer today cleaning up. She wrote me an email at 2:00. It's like this.
So basically,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I look-
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I say, I know why Abel's here. He was the first person I met.
Didn't authorize anything,
I
and I
don't know why you're here. I don't even remember when you joined the group.
They did not respond.
Right.
Lydia lets out a bit of a sigh. It's like, I believe you can address me by my name, especially if you'd like to clear things up with everyone else.
Sorry, Lydia.
Like I give a nod. As The how I got here is easy to explain. I was thrown here. If you may recall, when we were at the church, there was the spark of light falling from the sky, would have been me. I was thrown through a portal of some kind. The why is a bit trickier.
Ooh.
She just kind of crosses her arms and looks away, like, into the distance. There was a... What?
I said, like, as you, like, stop talking, Oliver says, well?
He lets out, like, a huff. It's like, there was my forest, and there was my village, and there is a wizard. There is a wizard running amok somewhere in this world that had thrown me through a portal here after destroying my entire village and probably continuing to destroy my home, as was the original reason we interacted with this stranger.
This chronomancer. That the
I
one
don't
you
know
speak
what
of?
he is. It could be. I didn't exactly have the chance to ask.
Tell me. Young, old, middle-aged?
Crazed.
Huh?
Crazed.
I see.
If he is a chronomancer, as you say, his age is irrelevant.
No, I know. I know of the chronomancer. I know of the chronomancers, as they are one.
I only know of one. I only know of the one that took away my home.
I say, there is only one chronomancer, but there are many. 3, in fact.
Well,
one of the same. Different ages.
There's 2.
Oh, is there 2? Wait, sorry, the young and the old, my bad.
Yeah.
There's 2.
Was it the young
and
or the old one during my time? The old?
The
okay.
old, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
The young never left the tower.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
The old one's the dickhead.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, old and crazed is as I remember this man.
Then it is the chronomancer you probably speak of.
Well, then this chronomancer of yours threw me through a portal after my village had tried to investigate what was happening to our forest. Finding him as the source, he decided to rid of us as an obstacle, I suppose. And I was thrown through the portal. And I landed here. I'm not sure where I am.
Where was this one?
We never ventured beyond the woods. We knew of a kingdom nearby. We're unsure of the name of it, but it is not safe for, like, and she puts her, like, hands, like, in quotation, for creatures of myth to wander where they might get captured, and who knows what.
The name of your woods is the Living Woods.
The what?
The Living
Weeping
Woods.
Woods. Oh, living, my bad.
We called our home the Living Woods, though.
I'm sorry I not know of where you were.
Most did not. I'm not sure where I am now, but I assume I am far from my island.
Most likely. This chronomancer, Well, I'm trying to figure if this was before or after the Reign of Terror.
The what?
The party of adventurers that ripped asunder.
You talk of these men constantly, but I never heard of them.
They were the ones that failed.
Yes,
The
I know,
one-
you've told their story, but I don't know who these people are.
They're who I'm trying to find.
Zero factor to Lydia.
Yeah.
Lydia, out of
most-
character,
the most
Lydia
he's-
was like before all of that.
Same.
Yeah.
At least her time. Her time is
Yeah, her
way
time was-
before anything. She's like way far in the past. She doesn't
Yeah,
know
yeah,
that
yeah.
yet. Obviously,
no.
but like she has no clue
Yeah.
who you're talking about or what this. She doesn't know anything that's happened. Because she doesn't think she's in a different time yet, but I'm sure that'll come up eventually.
I think it's starting to come up a lot because you're like, what the hell is all of
I
this?
don't know what anything is.
Yeah.
In there, sister.
I don't know these people. I don't know this reign of terror. If it was so widespread, I feel even we in the woods would have heard about it.
I looked to her like my eyebrow raised, and then I looked to Bellic.
Yeah.
Bellic,
Yes.
did you come through a portal?
No, I walked and ran, I guess. And then I was here. There was no portal, there was no visible distortion. I just walked.
I suppose maybe then you're not from a different time. Or maybe you are.
I could very much am.
No, I'm talking about Lydia.
Okay.
Lydia just kind of tilts her head to the side. Different time.
Time is a
Just
construct,
as
man.
Bellic. I motion to Bellic and I say, as Bellic is?
Lydia just slowly shakes her head in confusion. She's like, what do you mean a different time? It is the same time it has always been.
Bellic, where are you from again?
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Me? I'm from Riverside.
Sorry. Where were you? Where were you from?
I was from Riversorb, which then became that city we were in.
Yes, the ancient city that does not no longer exist. Yes?
I believe the correct question is when are you
Does
from?
Lydia know the name of the kingdom that they were near?
yeah.
What is it?
You have not said it out loud yet.
I don't know what it is, though.
I know that, but I can't give it to you because it'll ruin it. So.
Can you type it to me? Or
Yeah,
no?
I'm getting there. Jeez.
Okay, I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
But I tack on to the end of that my thing, like absolute. Even before I guess disappeared, it wasn't even as developed as what it's like lying in ruins of. So a lot of time had passed.
So,
Okay.
I like Oliver is like pulling out things that could be like an invention of their time, like just like trying to pull out things like I don't know, like inventions of their time.
It clicks very fast that you've never heard of any of that shit. The most you've heard of is the invention of fire and magic, and then soul stones. That was the last
Like,
thing you got to see happen.
I'm like you're watching me pull out fucking like a sea scope, a compass.
Like you literally see Lydia like eyes wide, like what on earth?
Things that have been around
What do
for ages. She's like,
Well, this-
wow.
So this whole time that she's just been with us, she's been kind of like her brain's been blocking out everything I didn't really understand. She's been going with
A little
it.
bit, because she's just
Okay.
kind of assumed, oh, this is how the other lands function.
Yeah, I like that. Okay.
Like this is normal. This is
What?
a normal object in all the lands.
What is
All of
that?
What's this? What's that?
I hold up a compass, and I slowly begin to turn it.
Lydia
You
like
know,
gets off of Abel's shoulder and kind of like goes over to see what on earth you're holding.
it's a compass. It tells you the direction of which you're pointing.
Real quick, I'm gonna
It's
nod.
it is wooden and glass and filled with water and has a pin in the middle holding another piece of metal that just is magnetized.
Do I know what glass is?
No.
I tap it. I'm like, what is this? Clear. What is this magic
This force
barrier
field.
here?
Magic berry.
Glass. It's
Glass?
it's
Yeah, you would assume
sand.
that everything is magically created, probably.
I'm like, I guess
Sand,
everyone
right?
else is more magically advanced.
I'd say no. This is just sand inflamed.
Sand
I'm
in
slowly
flame.
realizing where this is heading, and I nod
Yeah.
to the rest of the crew to like get to your
Yeah, no,
tasks.
they leave.
Like
Oh,
I
okay, yeah.
I kind of I task them with going all elsewhere because
You hear
realization is coming up.
several chairs scoot out, and people just like hurriedly get the fuck out.
Panic is
I
slowly
figured it.
starting to set into Lydia, and she's like her hands are shaking.
Yeah.
She's like, where am I?
What's it? What, I know we're
The
between.
beach has,
I know we're in international waters, but where are we between?
So technically, oh god.
I
Hold
know
on.
we're headed towards
Hold on.
Isona, and that would probably be the only thing Lydia recognizes.
Yeah. Well, you would probably list off your destination. Somebody would, I assume.
Yeah,
No,
Yeah, I
we
would
announced it
be.
when we like first
Give me 1 second.
I'm gonna
when
dip
we like
over.
first took off and everything, right?
I'm gonna dip over to the captain's quarters, grab a map, and start walking back to where this little meeting was happening.
All right.
I'd start explaining what I can.
I'll
In
assume
relative-
the name of where we're going has not been said to me at least. Because you all heard it in the cave when you were fighting what's her face, but like I was outside, so
Yeah.
okay.
I approach, get to the table, set the scroll of the map down, and slowly open it up just where it unfolds across the table. Mapped out
like-
lands.
Like whip my head towards him and like float over it, and I'm like, where? Point.
We are here. Like out in waters.
You point in between several marked islands, and those aren't labeled, but off to the left of there is your where you made birth from, and that would be Nediz. Is
That's where
the
we
name of,
left.
that is the name of the continent you were on.
These nuts fit in your mouth.
Word.
I'm gonna slowly start going from like land mass to land mass and start naming them. Just slowly, just saying
Yep.
like listing them off. And I finally get to Isona's Rest, and I leave my finger there saying,
So the name of the continent is Isona.
Oh, yeah.
Isona's Rest is in town.
this,
Once he gets to Isona, I immediately in my franticness to finally see something familiar. I'm like, here, this, my home, here.
You see the forest on the map as well. It's between two mountain passes.
Like right here, between this pass, this forest, this is mine. This is my home.
It says the Living Woods right there. Like somebody actually wrote that shit there. That's what it's still called.
how far away
Nice.
are we from Isona's Rest?
Fucking far, bro.
I
not-
do a side eye towards like Zavish and Bellic and Oliver, just like,
Well,
And I turn to Oliver, and I'm like, you're saying that these things you have, they're here as well. And I'm like pointing to Isona on the map. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
that's
Well,
impossible. That's impossible. This is my home, and I have never seen them.
Are we the first creatures of our kind that you've ever seen?
No.
I've seen humans
Probably
before.
not.
I've seen the different races that travel through the town and through the pass.
But you've never, and I kind of point over towards the compass. You've never seen glass.
No.
And I kind of pause for a moment.
Lydia's like on the verge of like tears out of being like frustrated and panicked and not knowing what is going on, especially with everyone like staring.
No, it's perfect. It's fine.
How long?
I like turn swiftly to Belloc and I'm like, clearly you do not, considering you know what everything around you is.
Lydia, I surmise that you've come from a different time.
Different time.
As Belloc is.
The wizard you
What?
encounter has the ability to change or make portals through time. You apparently were sent through one to the current time now.
Do they like
Lydia,
keep track of years?
you know what chronomancy is.
Be more like eras, I guess.
Did you keep track of years back then?
Did we?
So that's starting to roll into recorded history.
The year,
Would they have kept that?
It's 603.
My year?
What was
Wait,
my year?
It didn't have,
Tyler.
it didn't have a prefix or a suffix. It was just 603. That was it.
Okay.
Tyler.
Lydia takes like a deep breath and
Yeah.
she's like, what?
Can
What is the
I
year?
hit you up in secret speak real
Um,
quick?
I say it, Tyler, what's the current year?
Can you give me a sec?
Yeah.
Hold on,
Okay.
Because
hold on, guys.
if it was long ago, then maybe.
Did you say 673? I'm writing notes.
603.
That's my
03.
year.
And Zavish
My
just
year is 603,
Zavish just rattled off what the year was current.
which
Word.
is
You are currently in, what is it, 553 CC is what I'm going with?
So
Yeah.
100.
No.
50.
No,
no,
this
no.
is this
because
is
I
not
don't have
the
the
same.
letters.
She's from
prefix,
before
suffix.
that time. She's before the initial cataclysm, which is why they call it CC.
So the category of dating, oh, that's completely different. Okay.
Which who says there has to be two different time periods?
She's from a
I do.
completely different era. Like a completely
Yeah.
different
Like you guys,
chapter.
it's like from BC
Yeah, so
to
from-
before that, where there's like no letters.
Yeah, so if
Yeah.
it were BC and AD, she would be three or six.
Okay.
God damn,
603.
603 BC,
Hmm.
and then
And
you
you
would
guys
go
would be like
backwards.
580.
Yeah, so
Almost
it's been more than 1,000 years.
Wow.
So,
So I would-
Lydia takes
My
like, a deep
rationale, my rationale for all that with the Chronomancer is he was new to his chronomancy powers and just was throwing shit.
Lydia was
Yeah.
there when it all first happened.
Yeah, and Lydia got caught in dude's like upset, very distraught, not knowing what to do but doing something anyway way of doing things, and
Would that have
just-
been like? Would he have just split into his two personalities at that point?
yeah, it had been less than 2 days.
Wow.
Yeah. Lydia's old.
That's
So, like,
crazy.
Lydia takes like a deep breath and she's like asks like, "What year is it?"
I rattled it off.
I
and
also
I'll
didn't know
also
what year
do
it
the
was,
math
by the
for
way.
you. It's,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Lydia hasn't said
It's
hers
been-
yet. She's just asked.
Tyler,
Yeah,
I
I
really
would
have
tell
a
you
question about the timeline.
Yeah, hold on.
I guess that
I'll
wouldn't
jump
make much
on.
sense to you because you don't know the event, actually. So,
No, so then if,
If you
you
told
say
me-
it, that... so like say
yeah,
the
I
number.
tell 500,
You just said 553.
503 ACC.
Lydia
Is
like
that what was?
No,
It's
what?
just
I no, it's
CC.
I heard 553 CC.
553 CC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
553
I-
CC.
Lydia like
So-
shakes her head and she's like CC.
Yes, it was a calamity. That's why we
I
call
was
it
in
Calamity.
Mississippi, by the way.
Lydia's like,
Yeah.
like calamity.
Wow.
What
Yeah.
calamity?
I don't know if I would know because I don't know what year I was from exactly, and I did not know the current date, so I need to know how big of a obviously I knew I'm from the past, but I don't know how far.
We'll wait for Tyler to get back.
Yeah.
All right, so I looked at the both of you and it's like, okay,
No,
What?
pause. Hold on. He
No,
needs
let's
to know
wait.
what year
We
he's
don't-
from.
Yeah, I don't want to have too much conversation without
'Cause
DM
then-
present
He would also be panicking, being like, "What
Yeah.
cataclysm?"
because I may have come to terms with like my city's been so long in the past now, it's gone now. Well, yeah, but I don't know the extent of it because I never
I
knew
would be
or
able
thought to do the date thing.
On your Lydia, on your pause where you're like cataclysm, that means you'd have never heard of it. Where it's like ancient history to everyone and like everyone from the present
Well, yeah.
time.
Because for you guys, it would have been 553 years since it happened.
So like on that pause,
yeah.
Well, I don't know if I know about
Me
it.
being the, I'll take the lead on explaining this
Yeah.
because
Well, I
one,
mean-
I would know the history of a lot of things and
I know, but
would have been
well,
odd.
In a
let's just
second.
wait because you don't. Your character does.
I don't know what good this is gonna
Yeah, my
do.
character.
I'm gonna stand up real quick before you start the conversation or the explanation. I'm gonna stand up, go grab a cup of water for the tiny fairy. Go grab a cup of water, fill
Do
it.
you have a thimble?
Yeah, just kind of set it down.
Also, RJ, let me have my freak out. Dang it!
Or I'm gonna take a coin, set it
I
on
am
the
letting you
table.
have it. I'm trying to explain it now to you.
Stop explaining and let me freak out for a second.
Set a coin down, put a few drops of the water on the coin, set the cup down next to it, just kind of sit down, just. I'm here.
We're just like looking
here if you
around
need me.
wildly.
Yeah, I just need DM to tell me how much, like how I should react right now too.
Welcome to the
Well,
time
wait.
travel support group.
Yeah, because you were before the calamity, if I'm correct. So
Well, yeah, because you're a CC. I don't have a suffix on mine. There's no letters
She's
after.
before
This is
recorded time. Like,
Yeah,
well,
I'm
what is
yeah,
more or
it's,
less.
what it was
Yeah, well,
603 and it's counting down till
yeah,
CC.
to
So I'm
0. Yeah,
603 years before your cataclysm
So she's 1,100 years
Yeah.
forward.
in the past.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Yeah.
if I'm from like 100 CC or like 1
be
nothing.
11 and 1.
I don't know.
Sure.
Tyler,
Up there, guys.
I had a question because I don't know how Bellic would react. What year was I from? Was it? Because I don't know about if I knew about the cataclysm either or not. I don't know how far back.
You did. So it was
Okay.
like shortly after that is when the Mage War, the initial Mage War happened, and you were around for that.
Was that okay?
So, I just had to make sure, Sima, that your
Not
timeline
before it,
was
but it was like shortly after that. So
Yeah.
you got
Do
you like
what year would
up
that
in
be?
the
So I can mark
aftermath.
it.
Like we'll say 150 CC.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, and
If you want to make
Jared,
it
what-
easier, you can use me to explain.
I think I was actually role playing in the past. I'll do it going forward. But I think in the past I was role playing that I didn't know what the Mage War was. So-
I had to make sure that your timeline wasn't influenced or in the same timeline as the movement of Maximus and the Iron Mountains, which is a totally different campaign, which takes 300 years before his.
mm-hmm.
Don't pour too
Which,
much into the soup. We're already dealing with multiple soups. Don't pour too much into the
go
soup.
ahead.
That's for another time.
That's why I was like, oh,
That's
no,
for a
no, no,
completely
no,
another
no,
time.
No.
Different
good.
timeline then.
Okay.
So that's why I had to make sure, so I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I wasn't having to tell her everything.
I'm really sorry for the I guess like how I've told the story has been in sections, and I'm really like I'm trying to like streamline it now.
Yeah.
fine,
No,
you're
you're
fine.
good.
Big stories like this take a bit.
Yeah, especially once you do time and stuff.
especially
so-
when you didn't plan on this being a big story.
Nope.
Yeah.
This is kind
I
of the
get
first
that.
time characters have sat down and hashed out like, holy
Yeah.
fuck. We're dealing with multiple different the characters in the past knew, okay, what the fuck, different time zones, but we're actually all sitting down and hashing out like, guys,
Like realizing it, yeah.
we're the fellowship of the
So-
time traveler. Like something's going on here.
Also, we all have a reason to be here now.
Yeah. So Lydia's still freaking out. She's like, "What cataclysm?"
Oh wait, I heard of that. That was in my textbook. I think it wasn't too long ago. What year did you say it was? Right now? Again.
553 CC.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
553 CC.
That explains a lot.
Tyler, based on Oliver's religious learnings, would he know that that is the coming of Nerul?
Yeah, absolutely.
I look to Lydia and I say, "That's the year Nerul came to the realm of man."
Nerul. Lydia has no idea what you're talking. Like, who is this?
All this information overload.
Oh.
The only thing that you've heard all fucking night that actually rings a bell, aside from your hometown, which you're nowhere the fuck near, is the god of death.
Ooh.
And he has been for a long, long time, longer than you have been on this plane of existence.
So I'll say just that. I'll be like, that god has been around longer than anything has been in this world.
Yes, and that's the year he came.
He's always been around.
Works.
Yeah, but he's never been here. He's always been doing his job, which is maintaining the realm of death.
Gotcha.
He went from there to here, like intentionally.
Oh, so it's like he crossed realm.
Yeah. He's technically, it's called plane shifting.
Would I know that that's the term?
Yeah, I guess, because that's the only term we have.
Okay. So like, in even more panic, like he shifted planes.
Yes. And probably the reason is probably because that's when the Chronomancer probably started the troubles at the earliest time. You are our origin point.
Origin point? You don't even know where I'm. When I'm from?
You told us.
No, I hadn't said it yet.
She hasn't in-game told us
yet.
Oh shit. Okay, never
I
mind then.
haven't said anything. I'm just panicking because I'm like, what is CC?
Well then, how would I know that that was the year of Nerul?
It's just common textbook knowledge at this point.
Okay.
For you, you know. For me, I'm like, what are you
indicator of her age is the fact that she's told us in game is the fact that she has no idea what the cataclysm is, which ages her for us beyond 500 years. But to her in reality, goes even further than that. She hasn't told us in game yet, so she's like having a meltdown at the current moment. We're like, wait, how old are you? When is the last year you remember?
Lydia, what year were you in?
603.
603 what?
CC? Or just 603?
You're from the future. That explains. They must not have glasses after that point. Something happened.
Yes, they got the
Lydia rants on. She's like 603, just 603. There's no CC. There's no cataclysm. There was no coming of the death god. There's none of this weird contraptions you have. It is simply 603. Like Lydia's like breaking down.
Oh no.
So, would Zavish know kind of what she's talking about, seeing that he does know a lot in general and he was taught?
He would know more about the history of it for sure. You would know that everything extends out to like about 800, like flat, without any.
Counts down to CC.
Yeah.
Okay, so the 800 for them would have been
beginning of fucking time.
The beginning of recorded time, and then 800 to 0 is, just 800 to 0. There's no suffix. Then the cataclysm, and then it started counting up, like 1 through whatever BC.
While this is happening,
centuries have passed.
Fuck.
From your
Do you say that out loud?
I give it a moment for your
Yeah,
meltdown,
I think it
and I
probably
say,
just like hit him.
I say it. 11 centuries have passed since your time.
Oh.
Lydia, like, upon hearing that, freezes. Like, her wings stop working. She just kind of collapses onto the table.
Oh!
Like on her, like, collapses onto her knees, like hugging her arms, and she's like, 1100 years.
I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna go to the stairs and like address one of the guys close to the doorway and let them know no one comes down. All hands stay on top deck.
Aye, sir. The terrain is quite different. We've had to make berth wide. Quite wide from the island.
First mate has the helm. Keep on task.
Aye, sir.
No one comes down.
Situation report, dog. That was it.
Oh yeah. Received. I just double down on the command and walk back to the table. Just kind of grab I grabbed a water for her, but I'm grabbing like a round of ales for everybody at the table who needs it because.
Bellic kind of chimes in, trying his best to lift the mood. We look great for our ages, at least.
Lydia like laughs hysterically, like
oh no,
like crying,
like laughs like because she's shaking. There's tears on it, like streaming down her face. She just like laughs hysterically, like while choking on like her tears.
Yeah. I've been counting in the background while you've been talking. I'm 433. You're over 1,000, 1,100. About great.
As soon as I put down
1101 years old.
Put the ale down.
11,000. No, 1,100
in front of Bellic, and I put a hand on his shoulder.
Age,
yeah,
I haven't hashed out.
Yeah, I'm 433. That's.
Are we saying like fairies have like fae age where they can like be super old and still look young?
What I'm saying is that you got forced through time and it didn't affect you.
No, I know that, but I mean like for my actual age, because then I want to count like 1101 plus my age.
Yeah. Your age would be.
What is like 23 in fae years?
Good question.
She'd have been like an
before
after
recorded time.
I'm about to say you're an after effect of the start of recorded time. Like it's.
Yeah, it's like an existence thing. Like you got placed here, and your job as the Fae was to protect the forest. That's it.
I was Fae, and I knew people, but I knew ancient people.
Yeah, you knew like the first people that really fucked up.
You're just now
All
kind
of
of
her
experiencing
doing the math.
Y'all haven't really messed with the passage of time, and now all of that is now rushing at you at high speed, and like.
Like I don't even keep track of how old I am. Now I have to keep track of like where or like when.
So yeah, I'd say like your age was what you were counting backwards from. You started from 800. That was your expected lifespan.
800 years old.
Was your wow.
No, so from the beginning of time when you were created and everybody was put here, then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So 800 to what? 603. That's like 200.
200, yeah.
200 something years.
Yeah.
All right.
Question.
You're like 1,300.
My rule plane shifted 700 years after she came.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. No, 800 to 0.
800. Okay.
He was on 0 where he was. I'm gonna see what's up over here.
Okay. Yeah, because that's when he came from the Iron Mountains. That's when he came to the Iron Mountains.
197.
300 years after the Iron Mountains. Our story.
Yeah, that's freaking cool. I love that we have like a physical timeline for this. That's crazy.
So then, if Lydia will say was conceived at like 800, then that makes her. She would have been 197, and then now.
And then the time
jump forward.
Yeah.
I say.
He's 1,207 years old.
Almost 1,300, yeah.
Yeah.
Oliver has taken out his ingredient book, and he opens it, and he slides a line across, and he goes, this point, where she's at, He goes 800 years later, and boom, right there. And then he goes 300 more years, puts it right there, and slides the paper over to her, and he says, "This is where you're from. This is when Nehru came. This is us now."
I go find.
Oh man! Okay, you just gonna be like that?
I find
Damn.
a shot glass and I pour an ale and I set it in front of Lydia, or I set it close to her, and finish setting the ales around, and I sit close. Everyone's gonna need a drink after this one.
Hold on.
writing.
I want to do something very specific. Can I do it naturally, or do I need to find
I looked at Oliver and I'm just kind of like, I was like, oh, I wonder why her home is still named the same, or is it on the map? Mine wasn't on the map still.
My home is very old. My home
Probably because it
is
was still
very
protected
magic.
by other Fae.
Maybe that means there's something there for you still.
Would I know that the Chronomancer was from there, or no?
Yes.
My home is where that Chronomancer is also from.
What?
As I said, you are our origin point.
Can prestidigitation, like, can you cast like a small flame with that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can.
Prestidigitation.
I have it.
Oh, okay.
It's one of
Alright,
my
didn't know you
like
had it.
innate magics. It doesn't take up a slot.
My favorite
I like take a small flame in my hand. Do you have the paper in your book, or did you like rip a page out?
I ripped it out and I put it on the table in front of you.
I burn it.
That's fine.
Yes.
I like put my hand on it and just watch it like spread out and burn. It's like staring, like with tears still rolling down my face, but no longer like heaving, just like staring blankly at the now burnt table.
I kill my glass. I'm killing my mug after that one, and I'm gonna go refill.
I slide mine to Abel.
Take a breath.
I
take
look-
a deeper breath, and I'm like, where are we traveling towards? And when can we make a detour towards my home? Like, not asking can we, like asking when.
When?
Actually, Abel.
I look to where we are. I put my empty cup there. And I grab Bellic's cup after he slides it to me. Well, after we get done here, I kill mine, or I kill the next cup. I put it on top of Isona. Next stop.
You just nods.
I look to her and I say, I see why you're here now. See why you're with our group.
You believe
necessity.
this is fate?
Fate. No. Necessity.
There is no such thing.
As necessity?
Not truly.
Then where would you go?
Where?
Yes.
Explain.
Where would you go?
Where would I go
how would you
physically?
get there? Yes.
If
Who
I
would you
truly
be with?
wanted- If I truly wanted to go home so badly, I could find a way. But I could also have settled where I landed. There's no such thing as necessity, only choices. Choices we may think are necessary, but there is no such thing. You may think it is necessary to eat and to drink and to rest, but truly you don't have to do any of those things. You are beings of free will. You could not. You may die, you may suffer, but those are simply consequences of actions. Nothing is necessity.
True nature spoken. I love
I
it.
love
But
that.
she's been there since the beginning of time, apparently.
Holy shit, though, you delivered that so
shakes
well.
his head.
Yeah, very good. Thank you.
Yeah.
He shakes his head and he says, not to you, but to
Not-
man.
Ha. Then speak
We
to man,
are
then.
of necessity.
Actually, that would really ring true for you specifically, Lydia, because that it was a man that did this to you and did that to your
Yeah.
village.
Lydia lets out a laugh, and it's like, if you wish to talk of the nature of man, then speak to a man, for that is what I am not. I am not man, nor am I human. I am older than time itself, apparently. At least your recorded time. And it is a man who has caused all of this. So you may talk to him, but do not speak of me. Do not speak to me of that nature.
I think we've been through a lot tonight.
I'll kill mine.
I think this was a good talk. We've discovered a lot, and we know what we're gonna do going forward. I personally am glad now to have met all of you, and I don't know if anything will change that.
I'm going to try something, Tyler. Abel, do you have any alcohol still in front of you?
Yes.
I'm gonna take a dropper. And I'm going to add
Dropper.
1 drop of petrichlor pluvio to mine, and I'm gonna put it over Abel's. A single drop is what I put into mine. I put a single drop into his.
I just kind of cross my arms, look at it, nod my head.
I take the little bit of the drops of water that were given to me on the coin, and I like take a bit in my hands to drink, and also to like splash my face.
Mm-hmm. You're a foot tall, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm tiny.
Get the scope.
I look to Abel, putting my hand on the rim of the cup. I tap it, and then I kill it.
I raise my cup. Take a very long fucking pause and stare at the fucking cup you just fucking handed, like the dropper and all that shit, and I'm just like, ugh. All right.
What happens?
I look at you, Abel, and I make sure to keep a hand over my drink and drink it slowly.
You think I'm gonna fucking like drug you?
Oh no, I just know what this shit does.
So yeah, Tyler, what does adding a single drop of petrichlor pluvio do to ale?
You must make a con check of 8.
DC 8? Okay.
Yep.
Or perish.
Or perish.
Or get sloshed.
I'm gonna kill mine. Slide the cup. Time to go underway, boys.
9.
I just noticed the music.
Must stand up.
All
right.
Acting shit.
I'm knocking it back. Let's do this.
What did you get, Redbeard, with your pluvio?
Well, I'd rolled an 11, but what was the what?
It was 8. It was 8. You're good.
Okay, yeah.
It's a DC of 8. You're good.
I go upstairs. I go up to the top. Like I look around the table, make eye contact, settle on Lydia. Glad we're all here. We got a long way to go.
Lydia takes one last deep breath and like closes her eyes to collect herself.
Yeah.
And as she slowly releases her arms from, as she slowly releases her hands from her arms, there are a few drops of blood from where it was digging in so hard. With her eyes still closed, she stands herself up, like standing on the table, before like raising her head and opening her eyes, saying, "Yes, I do suppose we have a job to do."
We'll get you home before it's all said and done.
I look over at him and I'm like, "Is that a promise? You must be very careful with those."
Halo moment. Don't make a girl a promise you can't keep.
Out of game, we've broken so many rules of the Fae so far. Like,
Nuh-uh. You're making one with a Fae in your party. This one's getting kept.
Well, no, what I'm saying is we've broken so many rules of the Fae. We've said thank you, we've told you our names,
That's true, but unless I take advantage of it, it doesn't do too much.
Well, also, we know your name, so...
Exactly. So, it doesn't do too much unless I take full advantage of it. And in this instance, Lydia is giving it like a full, like a phase promise. You must keep this or you will suffer greatly.
Yeah.
Also, it's thank you is just a cultural thing for Fae, not like a,
Mandatory now.
Yeah, you know what though? Like after thinking
More
about
of
the
a-
timeline a little bit more, I'm pretty sure Lydia, you are young for a Fae.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's the truth of the world is not new to you. Everyone's asshole-ist dumb shit is kind of new.
I guess interacting with like at least dangerous Fae, like keeping promises and like the names and the thank you, would that have been something people kind of fell out of like practice of interacting with?
So yes, as far as interacting with, no, as far as it is a real absolute thing that is a part of this world.
No, I'm sure it is, but then would they understand the like gravity of it, considering they're not like socialized to it as much?
I would say that they would if they were learned. So Zavish specifically would know something about that, but nobody else would understand quite.
And that's why I did say, I promise.
Exactly. Because thank yous can be seen as debts.
Yep.
But unless they're acted for, at least for traditional Fae lore, it's like saying thank you is incurring a debt.
You said you did something for me.
It's like it's saying like you did something for me, and thank you is showing gratitude, and to them it's being in their debt.
Okay.
And making promises are important.
Sorry, yeah, I just hadn't heard that one. That's cool.
There's the rule of
You
like,
also don't say you're welcome.
Steal. Yeah, because then
Right.
that is also that would be forgiving said debt. So you won't hear Faye saying it.
Yeah.
At least not often.
Quick thing.
Hardly ever. You would have to do something.
Yeah, you still have plenty of time, right?
Well, because I'm already dressed and ready, so I can push a little bit. But yeah, I will be leaving soon.
Okay.
I've been looking at the time. Don't worry.
How long do we plan on going?
Sorry, I know.
By the way.
You're good, baby. It's fine.
I'm down for a little while longer. I got a couple more hours in me.
But yeah. So after turning to Zavish, like after he says "I promise," would you be able to feel the magic of that kind of promise or the weight of it?
Yeah.
Of course.
You feel it.
That is something I would know. Arcana is my mastery, so.
That is fair. And then I just say, well, I hope you're good to it.
Fuck yeah.
Trust me.
Hell yeah.
I keep all my promises.
And I'll say to the rest of them, like, a warning in good faith. Do not make promises to me lightly.
Yeah.
He closes his eyes and nods his head with it.
Yeah, but as like saying it to the whole group as like a warning to all of them. Like, in good favor, do not make promises to me. Not lightly.
About that time you hear, Captain, I see something.
I'm taking a last look at the ground party. Give a nod. I start my way up the stairs.
Every time you say captain, Tyler, it reminds me of the meme where the guy goes, Captain! What? Look!
Whole ass galleon just smokes the fucking ship.
Yeah, you get up top side, and you can almost see with your plain eye that there is a black thing out there. It's probably a ship. It looks like a ship.
I whip out my spyglass and eyeball it.
Click, click, click. You look out and you see that it is yet another vessel from the Mage's College.
I say that out loud. Oh shit.
Hi. What should we do?
Wait, are we bad for them now?
Bellic.
No, they should be friendly.
Yeah.
I take the message stone. Oh wait, no, you still have it. You still have it.
Yep.
I thought you took it from me. Okay.
Well, a long time ago I did, but I handed it off. Actually, I handed it off to Oliver to give the news to the Mage Guild about the death of the boy. And
yeah, he gave it back.
Right.
Okay. Someone call out to the Mages Guild. They didn't tell us about another ship out here.
I'm going to hold it out to anybody.
I'll take it.
Okay.
All right. So, I contact the Mages Guild with. You sent another ship out here that's. Can you tell us the purpose? Why it's here?
Ah, there you are. I've been trying to get a hold of someone. It turns out, there's a rogue pirate in the waters, and we need to do something about it. So we sent you back up.
Pirate.
We sent you
Oh,
back.
okay. Well, more help is always merry.
No.
I cover up. I cover up.
I break off from
No.
the spyglass, look straight to Bella, just like, then I look over to Zavish.
Yeah, I put it in my jacket, and I do a message to you, which is a mental thing, so they can't hear what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You can reply to message. Is that rogue pirate we're talking about your girlfriend?
You get an emphatic yeah.
Say never mind. You're good.
So,
Backup is not required.
Call them off.
so there's no worries about the other ship, though. Through very friendly negotiations.
No.
Fuck's
Oh,
sake.
no, he
I
implicated-
panically look over to Bellic and Lydia and Oliver. It's like, fuck's sake. Just stomp on over to fucking Zavish. Call off
You've
that other
spoken
ship
with her.
now.
Come back here at once.
No, why do you implicate us?
Fuck this. I kind of shove the stone back to Zavish. Fuck. As I walk away from the group just so my commands don't get overheard on the message stone. I start whispering to different crew. Prep cannons. Fuck.
No.
We're not gonna just
Uh-oh.
prep cannons.
The
Be on
boy's like, what?
Prep cannons. Be on standby. Don't look hasty.
Hi.
We have another mage ship out in the waters, but they may be on the hunt. We will
They're from
update.
the college, though.
We will assess accordingly. They may.
He for the first time ever glares at you, and then goes back to himself and like says, "Oh, yes, sir."
We are too
No
far
worries.
into this mission.
How far is the ship?
About 300 yards out.
How long would it take me to fly over there?
Oh, a minute.
I fly over.
I'm going to walk over to Abel and I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder and I say, Abel, we are men, are we not?
That's 900 feet.
Before I like head over, I just look at
Oh, no.
Zavish.
I meant I'm trying to say something in leagues, trying to put it further out.
It's far out there.
Well,
Yeah,
it said it'd take me a minute to fly over, so that's what I'm
I think
going
he
off
means
of.
like a hot minute, like
It would,
more than.
It's a lot of
It's gonna take a
open
long
water.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
like
a lot of open water across.
we
You
see-
could, sure, but it's gonna take time.
we
How
see
long?
sails and
Like,
a tiny
actually?
black ship.
Like, you'd probably get
20,
tired.
30 minutes probably.
Yeah, I think you might get tired in that truck.
Okay, I'll
We'll
wait.
we'll set a course to intercept.
Okay.
We
I was
gotta
going
talk
to
to
say,
him
once I
anyway.
get close, I'd want to fly over.
Mhm.
All right. I'll start calling out orders to set an intercept path.
Hi. Start turning the wheel. You feel the turn.
Stay all keep all portholes closed. We're gonna assess and see what's going on with this other crew.
Watch
I
your
look
head.
to
Somebody yells out to watch your heads, like as they go to turn the wheel, the beam starts to cross
Yeah.
in the back.
Did you hear
We
me?
have no worries
Abel?
with that.
No.
What'd you say, Oliver?
I put my hand on. I walk over to Abel. I put my hand on his shoulder and I say, Abel, you heard Lydia. We are men. We are human. Yes.
Yes.
Oh God.
Well, as I've said, we act out of necessity.
Wait,
Do what is
aren't
needed.
you an elf, Oliver?
That's still man, like humanoid.
Well, you
No,
said
not
human
humanoid, but, like,
afterwards.
Well, I'm half human.
yeah.
No,
Okay.
I'm full elf. I'm full elf.
You
my
are
bad.
full. No.
We're
Yeah.
men,
Well,
aren't
I
we?
said-
You're not.
That's an interesting
I am.
statement.
Sorry,
We
I
are
forgot
human.
about that.
And so
I
far,
was
the
thinking
track
of another
record has
character.
suggested that you're worse than I am. Damn it.
I say we are men, and we are men of necessity. Do what is needed.
Yeah, we
Oh,
totally
God.
don't.
We will see.
A mutiny's about to happen.
Oh fuck! I hope not.
We can explain to them. They'll figure it out. Forgive and forget.
Well, you won't be
Don't
doing
worry.
the explaining.
No,
Zavish.
please don't.
No, please don't. That's so funny.
Zavish, reach out to the college. Does the other ship have a message stone?
Okay. I figure it did since they answered me directly
That
with
wasn't.
Well, I'm
them.
asking
Oh, that
you
wasn't
to
them?
ask the college whether or not
What?
that other ship has
Legit.
communications
that.
with
Oh,
them.
okay, okay.
I'm gonna look immediately over to Lydia. You're gonna go over and talk to them?
They're a bit far. You'd have to wait,
Well,
but
like,
I can.
when we get closer, be ready. Like, we're gonna try and get you close. I
I have to leave in like 5 minutes, so
Oh, no,
y'all
no,
can
I know,
feel
I know,
free to
I know,
act
yeah,
out and
yeah.
out.
I'm just.
Yeah, but like,
No, I
Yeah.
appreciate
Yes,
all the
I will
input.
fly
Thank you
over.
so much.
yeah, no problem.
Oh, cool.
For future reference as well, though, I'm hoping to God my shifts get changed because right now I work 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. But someone quit, so I might get moved to 5 p.m. to 11 p.m., which would be
Ooh.
lovely. Although that means I wouldn't be able to, attend.
Oh.
Make Fridays.
What is?
She could do Thursdays,
Unless you
though.
want to go back to Thursdays,
What
but
is
Friday's been
policies?
working out so well for me. I don't know.
yeah,
If it works out better for most people, we can go back to Thursday.
I don't know. That's the thing.
We'll put it up for voting in a bit. We'll see what happens, but because Buster intends on rejoining us at some point as well.
Perfect.
I don't know, but I mean, you guys decide. If not, like, I'll watch the recordings and stuff.
No,
We want you
we're
to
gonna try and get you in
You're
this
part of the
story.
group. Yeah, we'd rather have you here for sure.
Part of the group.
Yeah.
Part of the group. Part of the
So I
group.
was going
Part
to
of the
say, it's
group.
not like
Part
I
of the
can
group.
do
Part of the
prep
group.
mornings
part of the
either.
group. Part of the group.
Because I have class from 8 a.m. to 4:30, which is lovely.
Fun.
Quit your job. Quit your school.
Literally means
Yeah. Quit your job. Part of the ship. Part of the crew.
I can't quit my job. I need to pay for a wedding and a mortgage soon.
Player for hire.
No. Sorry, no. Sorry, RJ. D&D is more important.
Sorry, baby. I know you already bought the ring, but I guess we're not getting married.
You're outnumbered.
Hold it off till the end of the session. Hold it off till the end of the story.
Who knows how long it's gonna take? You guys said last time you did this world, you were doing it for years.
Yeah.
3.
We did it for a year and a half. Oh,
It was 3. It was only 3 years. Come on.
oh shit! Yeah, it was.
Courthouse it is.
We were gonna do courthouse anyway.
I know, but we were also going to do an actual wedding afterwards.
You can still do that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It just might take
Yeah,
years.
3 years afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll just do your wedding 3
Yeah,
years
yeah.
afterwards.
The families are gonna love that.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
So a little bit of a change.
My
We're gonna-
Catholic Arab judgmental family is sure going to love that.
We're gonna shift this over
Yeah.
about 3 or so years. So y'all hold off.
So,
Okay, no, yeah, I gotta
so
leave. My shift
4
starts in
white
2
guys
minutes.
decided that I'm
Bye,
not
guys.
gonna
Love
get married.
you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Talk to you
Bye.
all later.
See ya, bye. So 4 white guys decided that my wedding's not gonna
Yeah.
happen.
They voluntold me to postpone it.
My fiance was just sat there.
Just sat there.
Decided, though. Remember, she did state earlier that everything is choices, and she was the one that said, "I guess we're waiting."
This is all on necessity.
Mm.
Yeah,
That was such a
is
good
that right?
speech.
That what she said, huh? Yeah, everything's just
no.
a consequence of the
No, it was-
action.
It was awesome.
There is no necessity.
Yeah.
All right, hold on 2 seconds. I'm gonna stop the recording here for part 1
Yeah.
and immediately start
Yeah.
it again for part 2, just so I don't have a 4-hour
Well,
HD
yeah.
recording.
Yeah. No,
Yikes.
sorry. Yeah. Geez.